We're going to go ahead and continue on. Oh, did you hear that, Jen? All right, I have two Jens, both in my ear here. We're going to talk about Marigold. And if you're joining us for the very first time, Marigold is one of those fabulous collections that QVC created for all of you. They listen to you. This is their 6th season. Everything is colorful and whimsical and special, things that you can't find other places, and very affordable and good quality, needless to say. So how about something to help us make sure that guilty of overwatering or underwatering plants? These are your plant watering stakes, your watering stakes. They're ceramic mushrooms. They come in different colors and different kinds of mushrooms. First day ever at this price. So instead of $20, which I thought that was a great price, how about $11.99? Wow. They're about $3.50 a mushroom. Which is fun, and they're ceramic and they're functional as well.
They sure are. So this is a way to add a playful pop to your planters, but to also give you a functioning way of watering your plant. So if you notice on these stakes, there's a hole at the top of every single one of them, and that's where you're going to put your water. And then the stake part of it is made out of like a terracotta, and that is porous. And so the water is going to seep out through the bottom and go into the soil of your plant. That way, as your plant's soil dries out, it'll draw water through the terracotta of these stakes, and it'll water your plant for you and keep your roots nice and moist.
I know, it's such a great idea. And you know, if you ever go to look for these in a garden center, sometimes just one is this expensive. You're getting 5 of these, and you could use these indoor. Could you use them? What do you think about using them? Hanging plants are notorious for drying out really fast.
They are. And actually, the plant that I have with me right now is one that I brought from my house. And I usually have this plant hanging in a macrame hanger from the ceiling.
Ah, perfect.
And yeah, and these dry out, pretty quickly. So I have 2 little mushrooms in here, and this will be a great, easy way for me to water these, because it's such a pain to take water and like bring it up here and try to water your plant and not get the water like
I was going to say, and then you've got water running down your arm.
Yeah, and I can't unhook them because they're hanging in the ceiling, so it's too high. So I can just take these out, run these under the tap, and then put them back in, and I know that my plant is going to be hydrated. And the other thing I really love about these is the design. I think they're so
Aren't they pretty?
Whimsical. Yes, it looks like a little gnome came over to your plant and made his house there, and he's planting, mushrooms, and they're sprouting, and it just kind of reminds me of like a little fairy tale.
You know, Jen, you said it. How many of you have a fairy garden? These would be adorable in your fairy garden. I will tell you, one thing you do not want to do is shove these into the ground. So if you're, like this ground here is very dry, so it doesn't go in, otherwise you'll end up breaking them. So what you'll do is either take your finger, if you don't mind getting a little, dirt on it, or, something that you can go ahead and make the hole in here and then place it inside the hole. And then you'll be good to go.
That's a great tip. Very great tip.
Because I did that of course.
You're like, I'm
speaking from experience. Yes.
These stand anywhere from 5 to 5.5 inches tall, and the mushrooms are all different from one stake to the next. There's one where there's like a trio with some crackle paint on it, and there's a pink one and a red one and a yellow one and orange. And they're just so pretty. And the larger your plant is, the more stakes you're going to want to put in the plant. So something tiny like what you have there in the studio, that could be fine with just one stake. But if you have like a fiddle leaf fig tree or like an amaryllis bulb or something like that, like something that's going to be a little bit larger, you want to put like more stakes in there. The bigger the plant, the more the stakes.
You know what else might be really fun is buy that second set like many of you are doing, and then when we get to Mother's Day and that time of the year, you're going to give a plant, you could put this inside the plant as well, and it sort of takes that I bought this plant at a really great price you know,
Hmm.
and it elevates it, because if you had to add this on at the plant store, it would cost you more money. So just a thought.
It would, and that's a great thought. And at this price, that's a great inexpensive way to add a little extra touch to that gift and put a card with it, and then
Hmm.
your recipient is going to just be over the moon because of how adorable these are. I don't think there's anything cuter than a mushroom in a plant.
I got another thought for you, but I'm not sure that you'll have to use your imagination with me if you follow me, okay? You can go ahead and take a pot like this, take a terracotta pot, and then you need a saucer. So the saucer needs to be slightly bigger than the terracotta pot. What you'll do is you'll paint both of them, and you'll take the pot, right, upside down. So turn the pot upside down, take the saucer, turn that upside down, hot glue the gun them together, and then put dots on it, and it'll look like a mushroom.
Oh,
So,
I see what you're
yeah,
saying.
right?
Oh, you're so clever. I'm telling you.
No, I did that a couple years ago, and it looks really, really cute. You can do different sizes because terracotta pots are affordable. So, you know, you could go ahead, even if you were having some kind of shower, maybe you could use this as like the little shower favors, and then you could do
Yeah.
the terracotta pot mushroom that I just described to you. If you're going to use it outside, you have to use outdoor paint, which is not hard to find. You
Okay.
find that at the craft store, and then make those look like mushrooms. They could be part of your decoration. Just thinking. So here's the deal, $11.99. I added the shipping and handling in here, and they're $3.50 a piece to get home. You're not gonna find cute water steaks. I don't even think you're gonna find ugly water steaks for that matter for that price. So definitely take advantage as we go ahead and share everything in this hour is under $30, most of it under 20. And thank you, thank you, thank you so very much for your phone calls on my favorite little planter. And hopefully Jen will do something similar to this. Thank you. And as we say, Jen is not spilling the tea on that one. She's going to make us wait and see all the great things